Did you ever notice how dirt and skin buildup in strange places would take forever to clean? Or how an itch behind your ear just wouldn't go away, no matter how much you scratched? If yes, then you might already be at risk of something deeper than just surface-level discomfort. Because as we age, certain spots on the body, if not kept properly clean, can become silent zones where infection, decay, or even serious illness takes hold. But don't worry, if you simply start taking care of these specific areas, you may actually protect your health far beyond what you imagined, and live longer, stronger, and clearer than most. Now let's walk through every single point that matters calmly, deeply, and with all the care I can offer you. Let's begin with a truth that very few people ever think about. The skin is not just a covering, it's your largest organ. And every single fold, crease, and moist corner of it tells a story, especially in the body of someone who has seen 60, 70, or even 90 seasons of life. The challenge is that after 60, the body doesn't give you early warnings the way it used to. That tiny itchy patch behind your knee, it might not just be dryness, that smell coming from under the chest or belly fold, not just sweat, and that slight irritation in your ear canal or in between your toes. Well, it could be a fungal beginning, or the start of something bacterial. You see, certain areas of the body become naturally more vulnerable as we age, because of two main reasons. Reduced natural exfoliation, meaning old skin doesn't fall off easily like before. Decreased immune response in localized tissues, meaning a tiny infection can grow unnoticed. And that's why today I want to speak to you about 5 specific places on your body that if you clean and care for them properly, you may significantly reduce your chances of future complications, including infections, rashes, skin ulcers, hidden inflammations, or even early organ distress. Let's start with one of the most commonly missed zones, behind the ears. Yes, right behind them. It sounds simple, almost silly, but I've seen dozens of elders come in with skin crust, bacteria buildup, and even small abscesses in this one zone. Why? Because it's rarely scrubbed well. It doesn't sweat like other places, so we ignore it. But behind the ears sits a fold of skin where dead cells, soap residue, skin oils, and even allergens accumulate. If you wear glasses, the buildup can be worse. If you sweat heavily, it can become a damp trap. And if you're sensitive to shampoos or detergents, this is the first place that inflammation begins. So what do? It's simple, but needs consistency. Gently wash the area daily with warm and mild soap. Use a soft cloth, not nails or scrubbing tools. After bathing, dry it thoroughly with a clean towel. Once a week, massage in a dab of coconut oil or calendula ointment. Both have natural antimicrobial and anti-inflammatory effects. If the skin is red, flaking, or smells unusual, speak to your physician or dermatologist. Small culture test can reveal yeast or bacteria buildup, and treating it early is far safer than letting it spread. Now let's move to another quiet culprit, underneath the breasts, especially in women or men with larger chest folds. You see, skin-to-skin contact creates what we call an occluded environment. That means heat, sweat, moisture, and friction all combine and then stay there. It's like a jungle, perfect for bacteria, yeast, and fungal organisms. This leads to intertrigo, a red inflamed rash that burns, itches, and sometimes breaks the skin. Left untreated, it can lead to infections, pus, ulcers, and even scar tissue. So how can we manage it? Let's break it down, calmly and step by step. First, after bathing or sweating, make sure this area is completely dry. Pat it, don't rub. Use a cool hair dryer on low setting if needed. Second, apply a non-talc powder like cornstarch powder or a zinc-based drying powder. Ask your pharmacist for a senior-safe formula. Third, if you notice redness or odor, apply a thin layer of antifungal cream like clotrimazole once a day, but only after consulting your doctor. And if the folds are deep or large, consider placing a thin piece of medical gauze between the folds during the day. It helps absorb sweat and reduce friction. Just doing this alone can reduce your chance of chest fold infections by more than 80%. Think of it as daily prevention, not a reaction. Because when you're proactive, your body thanks you before the problem even begins. Now let's gently walk into a zone that almost no one likes to talk about, but one that can affect not just your health, but your dignity too. The navel. Yes, your belly button. Especially in elders with deep navels or larger bellies, This area becomes a storage center for sweat, lint, bacteria, and dried soap. Over time, this can turn into something known as umbilical granuloma or even a hidden fungal zone. In more serious cases, it can begin to smell, itch, or bleed. So what should be done? Step 1. Never ignore it. Make it part of your bathing ritual. Step 2. Once every 2 days, clean it gently with a cotton swab dipped in warm salt water. Step 3. Dry thoroughly with a clean towel corner or dry swab. Step 4. Once a week, apply a touch of baby oil or coconut oil to prevent dryness. Warning: never insert anything sharp or long inside. You only need to clean the entrance and slight inner edges. If there's discharge, redness, or smell, seek a doctor's help immediately. An infection in this zone, even small, can lead to abdominal wall inflammation in fragile bodies. Now, the fourth zone we must talk about, though gently, is between the toes, the place where most elders develop fungal infections. Athlete's foot is not just for athletes. In fact, elders, especially those with diabetes, poor circulation, or reduced mobility, are at higher risk. Moisture between toes becomes a breeding zone. Fungi, like Candida or Tyaina, love the warmth and dampness. And when you can't bend down easily to dry your toes, it gets worse. Cracks begin, then scaling, then bleeding, then infection. So what can be done? Let's go step by step again. After every shower, use a soft towel to pat between toes dry. If difficult to reach, wrap towel over a long spoon handle and use it like a tool. Sprinkle antifungal powder between the toes once daily if you sweat a lot. Avoid wearing closed shoes for long periods. Let your feet breathe. Wear 100% cotton socks and change them daily. Once a week, soak your feet in warm salt water, 10 minutes to calm inflammation. If any of the following appear, white patches, odor, itch, or cracking skin, speak to your doctor. They can prescribe a medicated cream and test for fungal presence if needed. And for those who cannot bend down or are overweight, consider asking a nurse, family member, or caretaker to help with this cleaning process daily. Yes, it's that important, because a single toe infection can spread across your entire foot if ignored. Finally, let's end part 1 with perhaps the most emotionally overlooked zone: the groin and inner thigh folds. This is especially sensitive for elders dealing with incontinence, obesity, low mobility, or excessive sweating. And yet it's often the most ignored part of hygiene. Sweat, urine residue, skin cells, and bacteria combine here. Left unchecked, they can lead to fungal infections, skin breakdown, open ulcers, chronic itching, emotional distress. So here is how to prevent that. Use a washcloth with mild antibacterial soap daily. Not just water, pat dry. Don't rub, apply a non-talc drying powder. Wear breathable undergarments, preferably moisture-wicking cotton. Change underwear twice a day if possible. Use barrier creams, like zinc oxide, if skin is prone to rashes. And for those who use adult diapers, change them every 3-4 hours maximum. Never wait for full saturation, because skin that stays wet becomes skin that breaks, and broken skin is where infections begin. You might be surprised to hear this, but sometimes the simplest, quietest daily habits, like washing between your toes or cleaning under your folds, can shape how long and how well you live. Because the skin, though it may seem separate from your organs, is deeply connected to what's happening inside your body. When certain areas are not cleaned properly, the surface doesn't just become dirty. It becomes a host, a hosting ground for bacteria, fungi, allergens, and inflammatory proteins. And once those enter your bloodstream, especially through micro cracks in aged skin, the consequences travel. They affect the immune system, weaken the liver, irritate the gut, and strain your kidneys. This is not an opinion, it's biological fact. You see, chronic low-level inflammation is now known to be one of the leading contributors to early aging, cognitive decline, and muscle breakdown. And what feeds inflammation? Unclean skin folds, hidden infections in warm body areas, excess moisture trapped near sensitive glands, blocked sweat ducts or hair follicles, poor lymphatic drainage in neglected regions. So today, I want to walk with you calmly into the invisible connections between how we clean the surface and how our body protects the inside. And I'll show you exactly how to use hygiene, food, gentle movement, and even clothing to help your body stay young inside and out. Let's begin with something often forgotten: the lymphatic system. This is your body's internal drainage system, and it sits just under the skin, When you move, especially when you gently press or massage certain areas, you stimulate the lymph flow. But when you stay still for too long, wear tight clothing, or allow sweat and oils to clog the surface, that system slows. And when lymph slows, toxins build. So here's what elders must do to support lymph flow. After every bath, rub a warm towel gently across your neck, armpits, groin, and behind knees, always toward the heart. Once a week, try dry brushing before a bath, use a soft bristle brush, and stroke gently toward the chest. Drink warm water in the morning. This activates internal flush. Move your legs, even slow movements, every 2 hours. Use Epsom salt soaks weekly, after doctor approval, to ease muscle tightness and reduce skin toxins. These steps aren't just hygiene, they're medicine. Soft, natural, silent medicine that works in rhythm with your age, not against it. Let's now return to the emotional heart of this story. Because many elders begin to neglect personal cleaning, not because they forget, but because they feel something. Shame, guilt, laziness, or even sadness. After retirement, after the kids have left, after health starts declining, many seniors lose the desire to take care of themselves the way they used to. And if that's you, I want to say something gently. You are still worth it. Every single day, your body is still carrying you through life. And just because some parts of you have slowed down, doesn't mean you should stop respecting this miracle you're living in. It's not selfish to spend 5 extra minutes tending to your skin. It's not vain to dry under your folds, to trim your nails, to wipe between your toes. It is dignity. It is health. It is love. Now let me show you a deeper connection. When elders clean their skin well, the benefits go beyond hygiene. Clean skin reduces systemic inflammation, risk of blood infections, burden on kidneys, especially with diabetic elders, risk of skin ulcers, accidental falls due to slippery, irritated, or cracked feet, nighttime itching and insomnia caused by skin discomfort. But most of all, it brings back control, something many elders feel they've lost. Now let's look into the diet part of this journey, because your outer skin is shaped by your inner diet. And I'm not going to give you generic drink water advice. Let's break this down deeply, based on body type and sensitivity. For elders with dry skin and tight folds, increase omega-3s, flaxseed oil, 1 ts sardines. Drink water with minerals. Add a pinch of pink salt to your water glass once a day. Add cucumber, celery, and watermelon. These hydrate and detox. Use olive oil on food. Skin loves it. Reduce caffeine. It strips skin hydration. For elders with sweaty skin and odor-prone folds, avoid garlic and red meat in high amounts. Eat mint, parsley, and lemon daily. Natural odor neutralizers. Use chlorophyll drops in water. Ask doctor first. Helps internal freshness. Drink sage tea. Reduces excessive sweating naturally. For elders with fungal infections, like between toes or under chest, cut sugar by 70%. Fungus thrives on sugar. Add Greek yogurt or kefir daily. Restores skin flora. Eat garlic and turmeric. Antifungal compounds. Avoid white bread, soda, and excessive starch. For elders with skin rashes and itchy patches, add zinc, pumpkin seeds, lentil mushrooms. Eat berries daily. Fight inflammation. Try 1 tsp of cod liver oil or omega supplements. Drink chamomile tea. Reduces skin histamines. Now let's go practical. Some elders cannot bend, reach, or twist like they used to. So how do you stay clean if you can't physically do it all? Here are simple tools and gadgets designed for elder hygiene. Long handle sponge brush for back, legs, feet. Toe separator for drying between toes. Spray bottle with mild soapy water for private areas or hard to reach zones. Non-slip stool in the shower. Handheld mirror to inspect groin, feet, and skin folds. Cooling hairdryer on low setting for drying under breasts and folds. Cotton wipes and dry towel rollers. Reminders stuck near sink or mirror. Clean behind ears or dry under folds. These tools aren't luxury, they're necessity for independent hygiene. If someone can help you set them up, do it. If not, ask a nurse or home aide to show you once. You'll learn fast. And now one final section for part 2. Many elders ask, does cleaning these hidden body areas actually affect life expectancy? The answer is yes, because small infections, when ignored, become chronic. Chronic inflammation becomes organ stress, and organ stress shortens lifespan. One study from Finland showed that elders who practiced thorough daily hygiene had 23% fewer hospital visits. Another, from Japan, linked dry foot skin in elders to higher fall risks. And even WHO has now stated that elderly hygiene routines play a role in reducing age-related bacterial load, heart strain, and kidney disease. In simple words, taking care of your outer skin, especially the hidden zones, gives your body fewer fires to put out. And that gives your organs the rest they deserve. You see, when we're young, we clean ourselves without thinking. But as age progresses, even simple hygiene starts to feel like a task. It takes energy, it takes patience, and if no one sees you or cares for you the way they once did, you might even ask yourself, why bother? But let me say this with as much clarity as I can. Your skin still matters, your comfort still matters, and your sense of peace when you sit, lie down, or walk depends more than you know on whether your body feels clean and dry and balanced. Now I want to show you how hygiene affects your mood. Yes, your actual emotional well-being. Clean skin reduces itch-related stress, dry, calm folds, improve your sleep. Regular skincare rituals can reduce anxiety by creating order. Light scents, like coconut, lavender, mint can trigger calmness in the nervous system. And daily hygiene gives you a reason to move, to stretch, to touch your body lovingly again. Elders who clean their skin thoroughly report better sleep, fewer depressive moods, stronger confidence in public, less fear of smells or shame, more energy in mornings. This is not about looking pretty. This is about feeling alive. So here's how we bring this all into a gentle, doable daily routine. Let me give you what I call a full-day hygiene blueprint for elders, tailored for dignity, comfort, and energy. No matter your size, gender, your ability. Till laver, morning within 30 minutes of waking up. Use warm towel to wipe behind ears, under breasts or folds, and between toes. Change into fresh underwear and clean socks. Drink a glass of warm water with a pinch of salt or lemon. Move your arms and legs in gentle motions for 3 minutes. Start lymph flow, bathing time, once daily or every second day. Use mild soap with a soft cloth, not loofahs or harsh brushes. Clean behind ears, under breasts, groin, navel, between toes. Rinse thoroughly, dry each area carefully, especially folds. Apply powder, barrier cream, or moisturizer as needed. Sit in a towel and let body air dry for 2 minutes before dressing. Midday reminder before or after lunch. Wash hands thoroughly, especially under nails. If sweating or warm, use a dry towel on chest and back folds. Drink water with a few mint leaves. Wipe or cloth to freshen groin and inner thigh if no full shower taken. Sit quietly and let body cool before sleep. Fragrance-free detergent. Air out shoes in sunlight or sprinkle antifungal powder inside. Now a special note to those with limited mobility, you don't need to do this alone. If you trust a caregiver, family member or nurse, ask them to help create a rhythm. Let them set up the tools, reminders and supplies. This is not a sign of weakness. This is wisdom. Letting someone help with what your body cannot do is brave, not sad. If you struggle with memory, stick notes in the bathroom, check behind ears, dry folds, clean between toes, powder under chest. Make it easy for your future self to remember what your body needs. Let's finish with a rare truth. Living long doesn't just depend on your genes. It depends on how well you've maintained your smallest habits. And cleaning these 5 areas which may feel small, silly, or hidden, they are exactly what makes the biggest difference. Because death doesn't always come from a heart attack or stroke. Sometimes it comes silently, from a tiny infection, from inflammation that wasn't seen, from a patch of skin that was never cared for. And on the other side of that coin, life also grows from the small things, from clean feet, from dry skin folds, from soft breath, relaxed muscles, and a body that's not itchy or swollen. That's how peace returns, not all at once but one soft, consistent care routine at a time. So take care of these places, even if no one sees them, even if no one praises you, because you are still living, and your body deserves to be treated as a temple, clean, calm, and full of grace. We spent days crafting this video to help you, but all we ask is for you to carry one piece of advice forward. Take 5 extra minutes every morning. Wipe behind your ears, dry under your folds, check your toes. Those minutes might save you months in a hospital, or even years of your life. And if this helped you, we ask you gently to support our work. The link is in the comments and description. Please share this with someone who needs it. Even one share can prevent a silent illness in an elder who may never speak about it.